Good morning. Not a nice morning. Very grey, overcast, drizzly sort of morning, but nice to be on the bench again. Nice to have got over the trip to London and the trip to Newquay and all that stuff, so that's gone, so that's good. So we can relax a bit now and give a bit more attention to the painting table, which is good. Firstly, I have to say a thank you, and that's to, if I can remember, Carl D. Thank you for subscribing. Always nice to have a new subscriber, so thank you very much. Hopefully we'll do some stuff that you like, that you find interesting, and as I always say, any questions you have, just fire away and we'll try and answer them as best we can. I don't promise to answer them immediately because, as you folks know, I don't have the Wi-Fi here for the hookup, so I have to go somewhere sort of in town or whatever to get the hookup. But anyway, I'll try and answer all your questions as honestly as I can. One or two updates. I finished the house from the last video, so I've done all the rough edges, put a little bit of greenery there, and actually painted out the door. I didn't like the door, so I painted that out. Just put a little button on there, just for a sort of doorknob. Painted in the windowsills white. So that's another house to our growing village, which will go along with the other one. So that's a pair of houses we have. And heard a little beep then. What was the little beep? Strange. Yeah, we based up the French elite infantry. That's they're all sliding forward. But that's the French elite infantry by Zvezda. That's those. Completely finished now, so they can go in storage until such time as there's a war on. So pretty happy with those. Some of the detail on those figures were a little bit difficult to see, so you had to sort of work it out, sort of where it was. But anyway, that's French elite infantry by Zvezda. That's them finished. And what I thought I would do next, my next job, if you will, is another box by Zvezda, and that's French Couriers. So we're going to have a crack at some French Couriers, and there's 19 figures in this box, so it'll probably drive me totally nuts doing 19 at one go, which is really too many. Really like to sort of keep it down to sort of 12 cavalry figures at one go, because it simply just drives you nuts doing that many. But I will do this box completely. And I noticed one or two of the horses, they have some little bits of flash around the legs, so that's probably going to require a visit from the Flash Dragon. So we'll get the Flash Dragon out and sort of run around them. So that's my next job anyway, is Zvezda French Couriers, and it'll be interesting to see how they compare to the Airfix one, the Airfix Couriers, because we have a job lot of them we've already done. So that's going to be interesting to compare the two. They're supposed to be really nice when they're done, as the French Couriers, so that there we go. And over the weekend just gone, I was not idle in the slightest. I was very unidle, in fact, and I made this model of a church, which I'm very pleased with. Came out very well. Oh, that's the front view of it. I had it the wrong way around. Yeah, so very pleased with that. It still needs the grass putting on the groundwork. So I've still got to sort of turf it over, if you will. But that's something I might do today. And I had some packs of deciduous trees lying around doing nothing, so I put a couple of trees on the baseboard. So I'm very pleased with that, and I was very sneaky with this model, because I sat and thought about it and thought, well, most of the churches around here, they don't have spires, they have normal square type tower with the crenellated top. And so I sat and thought, well, if you made the spire removable, you could make an extra top and change it to a normal tower. And then I thought, well, then you could make the roofs removable and have separate roofs with different colored tiles. So you could almost get two models for the price of one, if you will. You could swap between the two as and when you felt like it. So that's what I did. Here's our spire removable. Oh, roofs, knocking my tree there. So hopefully this will be the right way round. There we go. So we now have church with a normal type tower with the crenellated top and grey roofs. So we now sort of have two models out of the one pack, if you will. Saves you making two churches, you know. And I think, as this is at the moment, I could more or less get away with that in a medieval setting. If I was painting medieval figures or something, I could more or less get away with this in a medieval setting. See, there's the little extra piece of tower that I made. It just pops on top. So I can switch between that and the spire. You can see I put some pieces inside just to stop the spire going down sort of too far. Same with that. I put little pieces on it just to hold it in place. There you have it. One church with a standard type tower. There's still a few little jobs to do on this, some bare ends to colour in and so on and so forth. There's little jobs to do on it, but that's basically that finished, so that can go in storage as well. What I did also is this had printed on it So it's down there, down in there, and on the front as well. It had drain pipes on it. So I painted out the drain pipes. You'd hardly know. I painted out the drain pipes because I thought it looks a bit too modern. So I got rid of the drain pipes. I wanted a sort of older feeling church. So I got rid of the drain pipes. And yeah, I think I could use that in a medieval setting, no problem at all. And I covered the tower in, they call it grey stone walling, that type of paper, because it was basically the same as that. But the flint paper that I had didn't match that, as you can see there. If you can see that, it's totally different to that. And if I'd have made the top of the tower in that flint paper, it would have looked odd when you put it on. It wouldn't have matched. So I did the tower in this stone, and it all sort of matches in. But anyway, that's another model to our collection. So we have 2 houses, a church, and a bridge now. So that's good. We finished our French elite infantry. They're done. So the only thing to do now is to crack on with the Zvezda French Couriers. So that's about all I have to say, really. I can't think of anything else. Thank you to everybody for subscribing. Thank you for all your comments, blah, 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 blah. You know, I'm always grateful. So, yeah, until the next one, thanks for watching. Come on, turn off, turn off. Are you off? Are you off?